I want to talk about how hair trends are heavily influenced by our economy and the state of our society as a whole. So join me back to the beginning of my career, right after the economy crashed in 2008, 2009. At that time previously, hairdressers were gauged on their skill level for going blonde and doing highlights by how close you could get those highlights to the scalp. It was, ideal if you could make it look like it had been growing out of the head in highlights. Well, the economy crashed, people stopped being able to afford hair color, and hairdressers were not able to do hair color anymore. So what happened? We had to improvise. Do we remember this bad boy, our ombre of, 2010? Ombres were the first time that roots were really, really embraced like this in my lifetime. And this allowed people to be able to get color services and allowed us to continue providing those in the salon without having to do maintenance every 2 months because people could not afford it. We've essentially made this look trendy because of our financial landscape. In my lifetime, I'd like to think things just keep getting harder. I don't know if it's just me, but remember this lob? Everybody was asking for this lob a few years later. And this was, it also in my lifetime, one of the first times that it was a predominant movement for most people who are following the rules of femininity and normalcy to cut their hair shorter. Obviously we've had sort of like underground movements with like Halle Berry and people rocking short hair, but I had basically given everybody in my chair this haircut in maybe 2014, 2015. Everybody had a lob, and it was starting to get increasingly harder. Our hours were getting increased. We started to take our work home more than ever, and being grateful for surviving that economic crash meant we had a lot more work on our plate to survive. So a lot of us cut our hair short, and we loved the easiness of this bob. We, throw 3 flat iron curls in it and keep it moving. And for us, that was accessible hair care in 2015. Shortly after the popularization of our lob, the shag. The shag is not going anywhere. The shag has, I would say, is the haircut equivalent of our balayage. That ombre that turned into balayage from 2010, that is never going to go away. Balayage will always be in style, and the reason why balayage will always be in style is because the ease on maintenance. Just the same way a shag haircut is so easy to style. It's a scrunch and go. You roll out of bed and it looks banging. I always still recommend shags, even though they've been in style for nearly 10 years now. They are not going anywhere because of the ease of maintenance. And as a society, we are not able to do the level of maintenance we used to be able to do. Nobody is mentally, emotionally, physically, or financially able to go back to the day and age when we were cooking the shit out of our hair like fried chicken with a flat iron. Getting those highlights done every 2 months. Hell fucking no, I can't. May she rest in peace. 2005, the day and time where I could wake up an hour before I had to be somewhere to flat iron shit. What a time to be alive. Meanwhile, since 2006, we have our natural hair movement that is taking huge popularity with Black women, and more women are putting down relaxers and stopping going to the salons because it's getting expensive. Now that is a whole ass conversation for a whole other day and probably should not be led by me, but I'm gonna stop there and just say this natural hair movement is a direct reflection of our financial security. I am sure Black women would love to be at the salon every week again, but financially, it is not necessarily an option for many people. So this look, by design, has become popular. Meanwhile, the non-Black people are also benefiting from this natural hair movement. And so we are seeing so many people that are putting down the straighteners and stopping the blow dries. We're not even straightening our bangs anymore. We are wearing curly bangs. We are really truly taking that wash and go approach and applying it to the looser textures as well. I can truly say nobody in my chair at all is blow drying or straightening their hair. I get maybe one client every once in a blue moon who's like, yeah, I straighten my hair. I can barely get people to diffuse their hair because they are so tired. We are so tired as a society. This has to be popular. We have to make this a trend. And if there's one thing about hairdressers, we are innovative as fuck and we will make it happen. We make this look good. No, I just love that, I think as a society, after the pandemic, the amount of mental health concerns we are all having, where we're just, absolutely going on hinge. Mullets are literally, a standard trend. The average person has a mullet in California, and I love that for us. We're just you know what is life? fuck it. Just give me a mullet. I don't want to be here. Fuck it. And the trend that I'm rocking currently, which is my tank girl inspired, fuck the government, V for Vendetta, black woman sticking it to the patriarchy and to misogyny and misogynoir. That shit is what I'm rocking right now. But it's truly because I'm tired. And I don't have the energy to put it into my hair every day. And that amount of labor is very draining in a world that is really hard to just exist. The fact that buzz cuts are actually a trend right now is a little bit alarming about the state of the world. And yeah, I think the future of hair is going to be a lot of different things, but one will be embracing our grays. I love this look that I did. Add a few black panels to the naturally gray hair to keep it fun, have some excitement, but have something low maintenance so you don't have to come in and maintain every month. I think the future is going to be sustainable hair, hair color that lasts. A lot of the hair colors that I'm doing are things that can be touched up at home with overtone, maybe some highlights that last a year or 6 or 8 months. Haircuts that you can basically neglect for eight months and still look good. Haircuts that are sustainable that you can style at home with your natural texture. The future of hair care is going to be easy and sustainable and affordable because that is what we need right now because things are so hard. The hairdressers that have not gotten on board with this, while there will always be some wealthy people they can afford, I am actually surviving financially as a hairdresser because I know how to do these looks and I know how to create sustainable hair. The people who are still trying to push balayage and extensions and high maintenance looks and can't work with curls yet, those are the people who are, I think, going to be phased out of this industry for the next few years because it's not what the people need right now. You're not really listening to the needs of us as a society and how that pertains to our hair.